Yeah, now let's talk about additional tools that I can use to create 3D models. For example, here from this, you can create any shape that you want. For example, if you want to create a sphere with a diameter of 1, we can simply do it by this command, or we can do a box, cylinder, whatever, with some parameters. For example, this one, you need to determine the diameter of the base, for example, 2, and then you need to select the height, let's say 10, and that's it. I mean, they are easy to create. You just need to input some dimensions, and that's it. And we can keep replicating stuff like this, and then from here you can change the radius. If you wanna, let's assume that we wanna create a box. This box, for example, here, let's make it 2 by 2, and the width, let's make it 2, and let's scale it to 10. Let's scale it back to a half, and let's say we want to add those spheres inside the box like this, and we can change the size of each one. I mean, sometimes we need to illustrate some stuff like this, but in general we can do all these with AutoCAD. Yeah, how can I show the objects inside this one? Actually, there is an option here I can do. Sorry, I can do right click and then properties, and here there is something called transparency. Here we can make it, for example, 10, or let's make it 80. That way, yeah, let's try to print and see what we got. I'm gonna select realistic and CAD, and from here I have to select this option, block transparency, and then a window from here, and let's display what we got. As we can see, we have the elements inside the box. Even the box is not that clear, but we can keep adjusting the transparency. For example, instead of 80, let's make it 60. And let's change the color of the circles inside for different colors, for example, here, just to make some concept visualization for this. I know there must be better options, but I'm trying to simplify the works. Yeah, I can see the circles are not even inside there. How can we adjust them inside the cube? I mean, we can keep moving until aligning inside the box. Yes, now I can move in this way inside the box. And let's look at the other side. I need just to move them up a little bit. The other side, they are inside. Yes, now we can feel they are inside the box as we planned. And let's change the color of this box to any other color. For example, I can select yellow. Let's print and see what happened now. Yeah, but I need to select the transparency again. That's what we got. We can add more circles to fill this box. I mean, sometimes we need to illustrate like ingredients of something. But once we have the basic commands for the AutoCAD 3D, we can go further. Even we have a lot of tools that we can use to create what we want. One more thing I want to explain about here is how to create reinforcement and how to use polylines in order to create, like, for example, a bar that we need to extrude. For example, this one, let me draw this polyline. Let's say we have this polyline, and I want to extrude this polyline into like a rod or even square section or whatever. I'm gonna draw a circle on this one, but let's look at the left face. Yeah, we have this circle. Let's say I want to extrude this line into this section. I can change the section, for example, from here, whatever I want to do. Let's keep it like this. So now we are gonna extrude this one, select this, and then we need to select from here something. I'm gonna select, I selected, okay, let's start again. First I go to extrude, select the cross section that you want, then click enter, and then from here you select a path. This is the path that I want to create my 3D model based on. As we can see, I created this cross section for this path that I selected. Let's say we want to create reinforcement for a reinforced column or stirrups, vertical bars, and see how can we do that. So I'm gonna create this reinforced concrete column. Yeah, I have selected. Okay, let me go back to this. I have selected the dimensions. I think I have selected 20 by 30. Let me keep it like this. So this is the concrete dimensions. I can make the concrete cover by 1 inch, and let's say the stirrup diameter is a quarter inch, so I can 1.125. So this is gonna be my stirrup, and then I have to make a radius for the corners. I need to make them curve. So I'm gonna use the command fillet, and then I will select polyline, and then I have to adjust the radius, let's say 1 inch, and then you just select this one. As we can see, now we have the column. But let's say we want to create the, we want to select this one. I'm trying to exactly simulate or create the exact stirrup shape. So this is closed, but in reality it's not like this. So how can I do this stirrup in 3D? First thing, let me take it outside, and I'm gonna make another copy from that, let's say by 30. But actually I need to do this. Take this out. So this is the first half. I just need to merge those together. So this is one element, and from here, actually I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this, I need only this. So if I move this, now I have the tie like this. As we can see, now it's two parts, the first part and the second part. What I need to do, I just need to rotate this a little bit so they don't align above each other. No, I wanna separate them a little bit. So I can do 3D rotate, select this one, and from here I can select this. How much? Let's say 1. Yeah, this will work. As we can see now, it is not touching. So when I now it's one line. Let me try now. I'm gonna select the cross section of this stirrup, which is, I'm gonna work on the left direction. The stirrup diameter is 0.25. Yes, so I have this cross section. I just extrude it, select this cross section, and then select the path, which is this one. Now, as we can't see anything, but when we change it to 3D, this is the real or the actual stirrup shape. I'm gonna keep it like this. I can just change its color. Yeah, but usually create the yeah, now I can select the stirrups layer, and I'm gonna make the vertical bars from the top, go back to wireframe. So let's say I have the first bar must be here. I think I can make it 1/2 inch diameter. Yeah, we can enlarge it, let's say 1 inch diameter, that will be fine. Okay, this is the first bar, the second, and here I have 2. Maybe I can add the center, and I can add the center on the other direction. All these bars I can just simply extrude them, select all, select all. Let's say the height of your column is 100 inches, maybe I can increase it. Yeah, the problem, I extruded the stirrup itself. I don't need, sorry, the lines. I don't need them. Let me go back here. Let's make it 150. Now I need to move the stirrup back from this point to the line that I have made before, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's exactly matching what I want. When I check the realistic, yeah, the bars are located at the right place. What I need to do, just change the layer of those bars into bars layer. I don't need those lines. Now when I look at the 3D, I can copy this. Yeah, in this case, I prefer to replicate the first thing. Let's move it upward by 1 inch maybe. And when we look at the front, I can also move this. Yeah, let's work at the front face. Let's move this by 1 inch. So if I want to replicate this many times, I can, for example, just keep copying this. No, but we can do the array. Select this one, select rectangular. Let's do this. Okay, how many columns? How many columns? I need only 1. How many rows? Let's do 10. The spacings, let's say 50. Let's make it, sorry, it's here, 50. Yeah, I can now adjust the spacings as much as I want, like this, and maximum spacing, number of rows, for example, 15. Maybe I can make it 16 and make this 9. Whatever, I mean, just to check what I have. And finally, I can just extrude the concrete column into 150. Maybe I can make it shorter if I want to show the reinforcement like this. Again, I can do the transparency of this element into, for example, 70 to show the actual situation inside this column. Let's make it 150 again. Maybe I can do it 160, 152 maybe. Yes. So if I want to print this column, I just simply come to the print command, realistic again, and window. And as we can see here, we need to plot the transparency. Then when we check, this is going to be the concrete column that we want. say I want to do a slice on this column, so I can just draw lines like this. For example, this line to this side. I just want to do a regular cut. I can just draw those lines like this to the end. So this is the slice that I want to do. Then I can select this column. Then I can select 3 points maybe. This point, and this point. Here we go. This is the column that we want. So when we print this, let's look what we have. Yes, this is the column that we need. We can take different views for this column. And again, we can look at the top view. We can print the direction that we need.